Hi there, I'm Bonnie McCaffery, and thank you so much for coming back for another vidcast this month. What I thought I would do this month is show you a little demo of what I'm doing as far as this Doodle Zen DotZ. Now, I had no idea that not everybody does doodling, so I've been developing a lot of different exercises for doing some different doodles. So I'm going to show you how I open up and just do one little doodle. Although I have a whole bunch of different exercises, I'm going to show you just one of them. Now, I do them as bobbin embroidery, and then I add dots, and my favorite way of adding dots is with dots of paint. We have over 50 vidcasts up there now, and you'll notice a lot of times I ask the people I'm interviewing what their philosophy of life is. And so I thought it would be very interesting to put those together because there are a lot of different philosophies in there. But first, let me show you a little doodling technique. Alright, let me show you just one way I start to get a little bit of doodling going. And what I might do first is I might take kind of a script letter of a C. Now we can do that again, and this time I'm going to add some loops on it, and that looks kind of neat. Now I'm going to do the same thing, adding those loops in the beginning and at the end. And then maybe it would be fun to add some loops up here where there's already those loops. And then what I want to do is I want to bulk it up a little bit. So I'm going to add another line here to make it a nice fat C. And that's kind of playful. Now we're going to take that just a little bit further. I'm going to do the same thing. I really like the bulking, so I'm going to bulk this up again. And this time I'm going to bulk not just the back side, but also the loops. I'm going to bulk those up a little bit so they have a little bit of depth and dimension. And now I think there's a nice empty space here, so I'm going to fill that, put some elements there. I got a little circle with a circle inside of a circle, and a nice little loop, flower loop. That looks kind of neat. And now, one more time I'll do it pretty much the same thing what I have there, but I'm going to add a couple more elements there. So we're doing the script C, and bulk it up. And I like this little element on the back edge here, so I'm going to go ahead and add that again. And then I notice right here inside of this loop there's a nice little space, so maybe a circle with a circle in there. That would look good. And there's also one down the bottom here. And there's a couple of empty spaces here. Heaven forbid we should have empty spaces, so I'm going to add another bit of element right in there and maybe another loop right here. So this is just one of the doodle exercises that I have. I have lots of different things because I really think doodling is a lot of fun. It's very relaxing and meditative. I think you'll have some fun if you try it out. Now let's go take a look at some of the philosophies that we've been covered by the people that I've interviewed. I think you'll enjoy it. Let me throw you a little curve. I'd like to ask you what your life philosophy is.
I want to say probably one of the main things for me that I really try hard to do is to treat people like I would like to be treated. I think that's really important.
That's a good one.
Because, you know, I try, sometimes, you know, you get mad about things or things bother you, but you think, okay, you know, how would you like to be treated in this situation?
Yeah.
Or it's not that person's fault or whatever. So I always think, well, you just need to think about it. If it was reversed and you were on the other side of this situation, how would you like to be treated?
Right.
And I think that's a very good philosophy.
Any others?
I want to say probably one of my things I try to do, and this is really my husband's, and he's better at it than I am, but is every day a random act of kindness.
I like that.
And my husband does it every day. And I want to say
several times a day,
yes,
I
he
am
actually
sure.
does. He's a very kind-hearted soul.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, but I want to say I attempt to do at least one random act of kindness for people, and I always say that comes back to you later.
This is what I feel about life. As Ricky said yesterday, I attended his seminar yesterday. He said that we are standing here today because so many of others have contributed for what you are today. You have given me a platform to say something, and I really want to say this, and I believe in this. I am contributing back in a very small way what I have received, because there is no way I can show gratification by just giving back a little bit. In terms of employment for people who are so skilled, my team in Classic Quilts, we are 7 of us, are so talented. If I can change their lives a little bit by what we are trying to do in the shop or in our quilts, I think I have contributed, and I have got an opportunity to do that.
I think for myself that I look at every single day as an adventure. You know, it's a totally unknown from one day to the next, and I just like to see that adventure is sort of this journey that I'm on, and just not knowing what's going to happen, but excited to see what's going to happen the next day.
You're right.
So,
you never know.
You never know.
My philosophy of life is don't run faster than you have strength, and to enjoy it while you're running.
Okay.
Smile while you're running.
Just keep going and have fun.
My philosophy really is to live every moment for the moment. Because we have had some tragedy in our family, and some of the people in our family that were going to have long lives didn't have long lives. I'm living every moment for them, and I enjoy everything I do. From the smallest thing, I get great enjoyment out of just seeing the way the sun sets on a leaf or something like that. I can never be bored. I can never be bored because I just want to take every moment as it comes and enjoy it.
Yes, and I think you just suck the juice right out of life. It's great.
Pretty much, pretty much.
I want to do things that I can be happy at and that I can help other people be happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that's great.
You can have it all, you just can't have it all at the same time.
I love that.
Well, since I am the goddess of the last minute, and rightly so, I think it would be to never do today what you could do tomorrow instead.
Okay. That's
So,
good.
My philosophy of life. Oh my gosh. You know something, I think learning and sharing. There's nothing better than learning something new to me. I love to learn. I love to go out and find out different things and making things fit together and work. And then after I figure it out, I like to share it.
My main philosophy in life is really just to run your own race. You can't be anybody else. You can't emulate anyone else. You can look at other quilt styles. You can look at how people do things, but ultimately it's all about who you are and how your own voice comes out in your work. And that means you have to run your own race and not worry about competing with anyone else. It's all about you.
It's
because it's all about you.
It's all about Stacy.
That's right.
My philosophy of life is that you should live well and love well the people you live with and work with, and that you should leave the earth a better place when you go than you found it.
My philosophy of life: love what you do and do what you love.
I love that one.
Oh, good. That's off the cuff. I'm not good at that, but
You're great at that.
oh, thanks.
Well, I am not that original because it's always been just do it.
I love
famous
that.
Nike, you know.
Yeah.
Don't overthink anything. Don't worry about how it's going to turn out. Don't wait until you think you know everything you need to know before you do it. Just do it.
I agree.
My philosophy of life is it's a good idea to have fun, and it's okay to take creative risks. One of my favorite sayings is from Pablo Picasso, who says, we are all born artists. The problem is remaining one. And I really encourage adults to take creative risks. Beads can't hurt you.
No, they can't. And they're good for you. You have fun. It's a meditative thing. And my philosophy? Well, I have a couple of them. One of them is that you have to go with the flow, because a lot of times life will go up and down, but you just have to keep going with the flow and you'll get where you're supposed to be. Another one I have is you reap what you sow. So if you are kind and good to people, you'll get that back. And the other thing, do what you love and the money will come. And me, I love teaching and I love doing the videos and video productions. So for me, I'm having a good time and making some money at it. I hope you'll come back next month to see what I have for you then. Thanks so much for being with me.